Chosen One, freeze exactly where you are. Do not let your finger touch that screen to scroll away. This is the most time-sensitive warning you have ever received on this platform. If you're watching this, it means you've made it just in time. Tonight, at exactly 3 a.m., a profound spiritual window is opening, and your name has been specifically called into the throne room. The enemy has deployed every algorithm, every distraction, and every sudden wave of fatigue over the last 24 hours to prevent this message from reaching your device. Why? Because he knows that if you understand what is going to happen tonight at 3 a.m., his decade-long grip on your life ends by sunrise. If you feel a sudden heat in your chest or a strange sense of recognition right now, that is your spirit confirming the truth. Hit the like button immediately, not for my metrics, but to physically anchor your intention and signal to the spiritual realm that you are awake and you are listening. Let me ask you something, and I need you to be brutally honest with yourself. How many times over the past few weeks, or even months, have you jolted awake in the middle of the night? You look at the clock, and it is almost always between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., usually right at 3 a.m. You wake up with your heart racing. A heavy blanket of anxiety sits on your chest. Your mind immediately starts running through your financial struggles, your broken relationships, and the deep, persistent fear that you're running out of time to fulfill your purpose. You thought it was just insomnia. You thought it was stress. You thought something was biologically wrong with you. Hear me clearly, Chosen One. You're not crazy, and you are not sick. That 3 a.m. awakening is not a biological glitch. It is a spiritual alarm clock. Chosen One, if you feel led by the Spirit to support this ministry and the delivery of these prophetic messages, you can donate 1 cup of coffee by clicking on the link in the pinned comment. Your support helps us pierce the darkness and reach more souls. Give freely, completely without pressure. May the Lord multiply your grace. Now focus your spirit on this revelation. In the spiritual realm, 3 a.m. is widely known as the hour where the veil between the physical world and the spiritual dimension is at its absolute thinnest. Organized religion won't teach you this because they want you dependent on their buildings. But the truth is, at 3 a.m., the collective human consciousness is asleep. The heavy, dense frequencies of worldly chaos, the noise of the matrix, the static of millions of egos, it all quiets down. In that silence, God speaks directly to his frontline warriors. He speaks to the incarnated angels, the cycle breakers, the system busters. He speaks to you. But here is the twisted strategy of the enemy. Lucifer understands the power of 3 a.m. He knows that this is the hour God downloads blueprints, strategies, and financial breakthroughs into your spirit. So, what does the enemy do? He hijacks the hour. Before God's gentle whisper can reach your conscious mind, demonic entities flood your bedroom with the frequency of fear. They project holograms of anxiety into your mind. They remind you of your debts, your lonely seasons, and your past mistakes. They do this to force your brain into a state of panic, because a mind consumed by panic cannot receive a divine download. You've been waking up to receive a blessing, but the enemy has been tricking you into receiving a burden. They attack you at this hour because you are close to breaking the dam. Do you remember the Python spirit we exposed previously? The one suffocating your finances? That spirit works overtime during the night. And worse, it uses the monitoring spirits in your life, those fake friends, those envious family members we talked about, to gather information on you during the day, so the enemy knows exactly which insecurities to target at 3 a.m. They want you exhausted. Because an exhausted chosen one cannot swing the sword of the Spirit. a sleep-deprived angel forgets their own power. But tonight, the rules of engagement are changing. God explicitly orchestrated this video to cross your path today, to give you the counter-strategy. Tonight is not going to be like the other nights. Tonight, heaven is launching a preemptive strike on your behalf. I need you to go to the comments right now and type, "I reclaim my peace." Type it as a binding contract with the universe. Here is exactly what is going to happen tonight and what you must do. When you wake up at 3 a.m., and you will, because the appointment has already been set in the heavenly realms, you will not panic. You will not reach for your phone to scroll through social media to numb your brain. You will not start calculating your bills. The moment your eyes open, you will recognize the enemy's attempt to flood you with anxiety. You will physically smile in the dark. Yes, smile. That simple physical act confuses the demonic realm because they expect terror, and instead they are met with sovereign authority. You will sit up in your bed. You will place your right hand over your heart to ground your physical vessel, and you will say these exact words out loud. I reject the counterfeit frequency of fear. I am open to the divine download. Speak, Lord, for your chosen one is listening. When you say this, the atmosphere in your room will literally change density. The heavy, suffocating pressure of the Python spirit will shatter. You will feel a sudden, crisp coolness in the air. That is the presence of your angelic guard stepping in to form a perimeter around your bed. In that pristine, protected silence, God is going to hand you the missing puzzle piece you've been begging for. For some of you, it will be a sudden, crystal clear idea for a business or a creative project that will completely bypass the financial blockage you've been under. For others, it will be the undeniable name of the person you need to immediately cut out of your life to stop the energetic leak. And for many, it will simply be a wave of unconditional supernatural love that washes away the deep, ontological loneliness you have carried since childhood. But you must not ignore this. If you dismiss tonight's awakening as just another bout of bad sleep, you're hitting snooze on your own deliverance. The universe does not offer these windows indefinitely. You are standing at the edge of a timeline jump. Earth is shifting, and the Matrix is desperately trying to keep you trapped in the lower 3D frequencies of survival and struggle. Tonight at 3 a.m. is your extraction point. Listen to me carefully, because what happens after tonight is just as crucial as the awakening itself. Tomorrow morning, when the sun rises, you are going to feel different. You're going to wake up and realize that you have officially crossed over into a new timeline. You might experience what the medical world calls unexplained symptoms, but in the spiritual realm, it is called cellular upgrading. You might feel a slight ringing in your ears. That is your frequency tuning into a higher celestial broadcast. You might suddenly lose your appetite for heavy, processed foods, or feel repelled by alcohol and toxic environments. Your physical body is literally purging the dense lower frequency matrix programming to hold the new light you received at 3 a.m. Do not fight this process. Drink water, rest. Let your angelic DNA reconfigure. Now prepare yourself for the relational purge. Remember those monitoring spirits we exposed, the fake friends, the draining family members, the energy vampires who have been keeping tabs on your pain. Within the next 72 hours, their access to you will be permanently revoked, and it will happen in ways that will shock you. Someone you thought was a close confidant will suddenly stop texting you. A group you used to hang out with will suddenly forget to invite you. A toxic coworker will mysteriously be transferred or leave. When this happens, human logic will tell you to feel rejected. Human ego will tell you to chase them and ask what you did wrong. Stop. Do not chase them. Music. Do not send that text. Do not lower your vibration to match their comfort level. They are not rejecting you. The new frequency you carry is literally repelling them. Your light is now blinding to their shadows. Let them go. The universe is clearing the stage because you cannot step into your royal inheritance while holding hands with peasants of the matrix. As the relational leeches fall away, you're going to witness the most aggressive financial turnaround of your life. The Python spirit that has been constricting your bank account, delaying your promotions, and causing those sudden, unexpected expenses. Its back was broken the moment you reclaimed your peace at 3 a.m. Notice what happens next. The dam we talked about is shattered. The wealth transfer that has been accumulating behind that spiritual blockage is going to flood your reality. But it won't always come in the way you expect. It might be a sudden burst of extreme clarity, an idea for a business that you can start with zero capital. It might be a random email from someone you haven't spoken to in years offering you a golden opportunity. It might be the sudden approval of something you were previously denied. When the blessing comes, do not doubt it. Do not suffer from imposter syndrome. You have paid the price in tears, in isolation, and in spiritual warfare. You have earned every single drop of this harvest. I need you to understand the magnitude of what you are a part of. You are an incarnated angel, yes, but you are not the only one. Right now, as you listen to my voice, there are thousands of other chosen ones watching this exact video. They have felt the same devastating loneliness. They've endured the same targeted attacks from hell. They have woken up at 3 a.m. with the same heavy chest. You've never been alone. The enemy just isolated you in the physical realm to make you forget your massive spiritual army. But the timeline has shifted and the network is activating. You're going to start magnetically attracting your true soul tribe. You will meet people in the coming months, and within 5 minutes of speaking to them, your soul will recognize them. You won't need to explain your trauma, your spiritual gifts, or your deep intuition. They will just know because they speak the same celestial language. This is why the enemy tried to delete this message 4 times, because a chosen one who knows their identity is dangerous. But a network of awakened chosen ones, operating in their full power, immune to fear and funded by the kingdom of heaven. That is how the matrix collapses. Do not let this moment pass. Do not go back to sleep spiritually. Tonight at 3 a.m. you take your power back. If you receive this word, I need you to seal it right now. Go to the comments and type, "I am awake and I accept my mission." Declare it boldly. Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell because the instructions are going to come faster and more intense in this new season, and you cannot afford to miss the next download. Share this video immediately with the one person your intuition is screaming at you to send it to. They need this rescue just as much as you did. Stand tall, celestial warrior. The wilderness season is over. The era of your sovereignty begins tonight. May the peace of the Creator shield your mind, and may your angelic guard stand firm at your door. You are deeply loved, profoundly protected, and entirely unstoppable.